Okay, everybody. Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is John Santamar's channel. I enjoy all you guys being here. I enjoy all you guys watching my videos. We actually crashed the 20,000 views. It took a little bit, not forever, but it took a little bit. And, you know, passing that 20,000 view marks makes me feel like, you know, the channel is something. I'm not a big channel. I don't got the millions in views and shit like that, but I ain't no small channel. I got over 20,000 views. So that's thanks to all of you guys that are watching. But I want to shout out my boy Stizzy Stacks. You know what I mean? Because me and Stizzy Stacks have been talking about, like, cause he was watching a couple of videos, and he was on like a couple of my prostitution videos, and he was just, you know, we were joking back and forth about like what I said to get out of work to go to a whorehouse. And just a whole bunch of shit about it, you know. And one of the things he was asking me, I didn't know what he meant when he was lettering it, but he explained it. He was basically saying nobody caught any sexual diseases from this shit. Like, what's up? And I'm like, believe it or not, the only time that I had to wear a condom was when I was with the prostitutes. The prostitutes always made sure I put condoms on. You know, I mean, they put the condoms on. They put them on their mouth. And they suck your dick, and, you know, as they're doing it, they put the condom on. But, yeah, so they did it. So, you know, I never caught anything from them. But, there's always that but. But, there's the one time, that's what this whole video is about. And I'm doing this for, Stizzy Stacks, so I'm going to, you know, he's probably laughing his ass off right now, looking at me playing myself on fucking a video that a bunch of people probably gonna see. No, I ain't burnt now, but that I was burnt back then. You know, there was this girl. This was when MySpace was popping. I didn't have a computer, you know. I used to break into my parents' room, you know, take the door handle off that was locked, like with the screw, and then undo it from the guts, and then get in and play on their computer, and then put everything back. And MySpace usually, you know, I was a MySpace whore. I'd hit on wild women, you know what I mean? And this girl actually hit on me hard, like hardcore. I mean, like, you know, anybody can, because, I mean, you know, look at me. Look at me. Any girl can. Any girl can fucking hit on me. So it's a regular thing. But in MySpace, usually, it doesn't happen, you know what I mean? It's a big thing. So when she was hitting on me, I was like talking to her. I'm like, yo, so what's up? Like, where you at? And she's like, I'm at the library in Port Jeff. I live in Selden, right next to Port Jeff. She was like, I'm at the library. I'm like, why? You know, what are you doing there? She's like, well, my parents, when they go out for work, I can't be home. I have to, like, just leave the house and go somewhere. So I go to the library, and I use the community computers, and I just sit here, and, you know, and that's it. And I just kill time. I was like, yo, that sucks. She's like, yeah, I'm adopted and shit like that, you know, and I'm a problem child and stuff like that. And so I was like, all right, you know, and then I found out she lived in Belterre. And for you people that are local, that Belterre is that, like, part, like, when you go down Port, that's where the houses are, like, $1 million is one of the people who aren't rich. They're like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. They're like $1 million houses. They're right on the water. That's a good development to live in. So if I was smart, if I was a scumbag and wanted to be a money grubber, I would have wiped her out. But I just separated from my wife. You know what I mean? So we weren't divorced yet. It wasn't finalized, but we were divorcing, like, uncontested. It was no big deal. But, you know, I just separated from a long relationship. And this girl, like, I brought her to my house the first day I met her. And, you know, and I needed to get her picked up. And guess who I got her to pick her up? My ex-wife, now she's my ex-wife, but at the time, my wife's mother, my mother-in-law, picked this girl up to bring her to my house. I couldn't fucking believe that I masterminded and pulled that off. That was crazy. So I bring her to the house, and I go down to Hawkins Pass School with her and my daughter. My daughter loved her for some reason. Katie, I think her name was. And, you know, me and her was sitting on the bench, you know, chopping it up, learning about each other while my daughter was playing on the swings. You know, then I was talking to my daughter too. You know, I wasn't giving this girl all my attention. You know, I was splitting it up. And we just decided to go back to my house after that. And my parents, you know, it don't matter fucking how old I am. Even now, I'm 40 and I still can't have nobody over. You know what I mean? Like, even when it was my birthday, I haven't had a birthday since I was 28 free. This was my first one. And I couldn't even have a single fucking person over. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just reality. I'm not going to make that a big deal because that's just reality. I made this my reality. I made myself where I have to live here because I did the 10 years of I caused my reality. So, you know, that's not a big deal. But, you know, I really can't have nobody over. If I'm dating a girl for a while, like she's my girl, my parents know it, yeah, the girl can always come in. She's always allowed in, you know, but this girl's brand new. So I said, Mom, you know, this girl's going to come in. Just watch the baby. We're going to hang out in my room because she's just waiting for a ride right now. That's all. It's only going to be a little bit. Mom's like, you got 5 minutes. That's it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, all right. No problem. So, I wanted fucking her. You know what I mean? I wanted just first she started sucking me off. She was right. My bedroom was almost set up like this. And it was in this room. She was sucking me off and it was like, clouds and marshmallows. Like, it felt so good how she was doing it. And she's like, you want to fuck? I'm like, hell fucking yeah, I do. So we started fucking, you know what I mean? We were doing I was doing my thing. She was doing her thing, you know, like moaning and getting into it because one thing in life I could brag about. One thing. And I will tell anybody who wants to call me out on that. Call me out on that. Like, only a female can. Cause you a guy, you screwed. Because you ain't seen my shit, and we ain't doing nothing. But, like, if a girl wants to say, let me see what you got. If you don't, I'm going to play you. I'm down. You know what I mean? As long as you're good looking. If you fucked up, I ain't going to be able to even probably get it hard to do it with you. But I'm a beast when it comes to having sex. I talk a lot. I make the girl comfortable. You could talk a girl into an orgasm. Like, if a girl's getting raped, she ain't going to have an orgasm, even if she's getting raped by a porn star. Because it's all in her mind. But you could talk a girl into an orgasm. I've done it since I was younger. I learned it when I was younger. And I perfected it. You get a girl comfortable. You make a girl... If a girl's a little bit uncomfortable, she can't, like, fully release and be herself around you, the sex will only be so good. If a girl is so comfortable where she could be herself and she could put her whole guard down, she will have the best time in bed. And then when you talk and you say the nasty things that you both like, you could start, when you see her building it up, you start saying that thing. You could talk a girl into an orgasm. You know what I mean? And of course, your thing has to play its part too. You know, I ain't the biggest motherfucker. I don't got a baseball bat, but, you know, my shit's alright. You know what I mean? My shit's alright. It's like a light switch. I could do a lot of my light switch. No, I don't got a light switch. I got a good average size. But, yeah, so we fucked. So I was about to nut. I'm like, where you want me to nut? I'm about to nut. I figured she would say, I'll suck it, you know, or just on my stomach, breasts, face, whatever. And she's like, come inside of me. You can come inside of me. That should have been a huge red flag right there. But I have a hard time saying no to something like that. I'll take my chances because I don't think I'll get anybody pregnant from the first time. I learned that I can because I did that one time. One time, the girl got an abortion on me because whatever. But that's another story. But so I came in the girl. And she was telling me how she had a street bike that she got in her name for this guy who she thought was a boyfriend who was only using her for that street bike. It's all in her name, and she pays for it, and he don't even talk to her, and he keeps the bike. She's like, if you get the bike, it'll be your bike. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yeah, you tell me how to reach him and where he is, I'm going to get that bike. I'm going to get that bike because I'm going to get it. So I had a bike in 05. I had an 05 CBR double R in 05. I put every mile on it. You know what I mean? But, and she had an R6, not an R1, like an R6, something like that. So I was like, all right, that's fine. And then one day she called me up and she's like, you still got your helmet? Because, you know, I had my 2 helmets because my ex-wife would ride, so we need 2 helmets, but my ex-wife was gone. So she's like, you still got your extra helmet? Your helmet? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why? She's like, me and my dad got the bike back. She's like, you get dropped off at my house? You got the bike. We'll go somewhere. We'll go out. We'll hang out. I'm like, yo, I'll be right there. I had my dad drive. Oh, after I had sex, my mom was already banging on the door. Get her the fuck out the house. Like, she'll say that in front of the girl. And guess who I had bring her home? I'll give you a second. You viewers, I'll give you a second. Guess what? If I had my mother-in-law bring her here, guess who brought her home? All right, that's enough time. My fucking wife brought her home. That is some shit with my brother-in-law, who's dead now. He killed himself because he got 25 life for killing somebody, 16 on Middle Country Road. But he was in the car too. He knew her. You know what I mean? Like, he also knew her, So my wife at the time drove her home for me, you know what I mean? So, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, and so I got dropped off at the house. Had my helmet, seen the bike, and I was like, all right, let's go. So she jumped on the back, blah, 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 took off. And I think I brought it back here. For some reason, I think I did, because I was showing off how I got the bike from her, and for a little bit. I mean, she just gave me a fucking bike, So like that was like a reason to come in. So we came in, and we went to fuck again. And she's like, "I want you just to fuck me in my ass, just tear apart my asshole." I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, no doubt. Like, who's gonna say no to that? So I did. Bam, 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 bam. And girls can get an orgasm through their asshole. Like, when you're fucking, all you guys know that. I'm not telling you guys you don't know, but the ones that don't know is the ones I'm telling. That haven't done it, maybe are really young, or maybe we're too nervous, or maybe just didn't do it right. But you fuck a girl in the ass where she's comfortable and not anymore in pain, she's might be slightly in pain, but she's also hitting that spot, like the right spot, and they get massive orgasms, massive. So whatever, we did it, and she kept telling me, I want you to fucking date me. I want you to date me. Be my girlfriend. I'll be my boyfriend. Let me be your girlfriend. Let me be your girlfriend. I'm like, yo, I just got done with a long-term relationship. I ain't looking for a girlfriend. I don't want a girlfriend. If I date you, I'm telling you right now to your fucking face, I'm gonna cheat on you. Regularly. I want to be free, and I want to fucking roam the fields, man. I want to fucking try everything out. I missed out on fucking so much shit for the time. I just got out of a long-term relationship. I don't want to be right back in a relationship. And she kept pushing it, and I kept telling her no. So one time, she was like, all right, you're going to pick me up from work. She worked at a diner in Downport. When you go Downport, she's like, you'll pick me up from work and shit with the bike? I'm like, yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? I got you. She's like, you sure you're going to be there? I'm going to bring my helmet. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be there. Relax. I'm going to be there. What time you want me there? She told me what time. And then I went to my friend Sean's house, who lives in the back, but, Sullivan, on the way to Newfield. And we were drinking, partying. He kept calling me Vegeta because I had a little bit longer hair. And Vegeta has that hairline, like kind of like me, like Vegeta from Dragon Ball. So he kept calling me Vegeta. I was like, I'll take that any day. Vegeta's an ill ass motherfucker. I like his swag, But so we were chilling, having a good time, drinking, and he's like, yo, you feel like going to a bar? Like, we'll go to a bar. I'm like, damn. Yes, I do want to go to a bar right now, because that was around the time where I drank a lot, and I would go to bars a lot and shit with a bunch of people. But I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be picking up this girl from work at a certain time. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna totally blow this bitch off then. It's like, yo, you make the call. I was like, the call's already made when I said, all right, I'll go to the fucking bar. You know what I mean? Like, let's do this. But let me go home and shower first. I feel like a little dirty, like a little sweaty. I'm going to a bar, I'm gonna be clean and fresh and, ready to mingle, So I went home, showered, did everything, called him up, and he really wasn't trying to go to the bar no more. He was like tired, like the alcohol came off him and he started getting tired. I'm like, yo, you a dick, man. Like, I blew off this girl picking her up For what? To not go anywhere? Like, you did some stupid shit, but whatever. He's a cool dude, so I'm cool with him now, but that act was a stupid act. And that got her a little upset. She had to have her father pick her up, and she kept asking me about dating her, and I kept saying no. And then I wouldn't hang out with her no more. I wouldn't hang out with her no more at all. So one day she showed up in my house, and with her father. She's like, yo, we're bringing you to Crazy Freddy's or whatever the fuck it is. The bike place where she had the bike. She's like, we're going to need to try to put it into your name. If you can't put it in your name, we're leaving the bike there. You know, we're not keeping it. The father was saying, we're not keeping it in my daughter's name while you keep the bike and you're not even seeing her. I'm like, all right, no doubt. So I rode the bike behind them to the place, and you know, I repoed at that time, so my credit wasn't good, so I couldn't get the bike. So the bike stayed there, and they drove me home. And at the end, she was like, yo, you want me to call you later? You want me to call you later? You know, maybe we'll talk, we'll hang out. I was like, yo, I don't want you to call me no more. Don't you ever call me again. Boom. Closed the door, went back to my house. Then she called me like a couple days later to tell me she had like HPV. And I didn't even know what HPV was. Because I never learned that shit in school. And I'm like, yo, you fucking kidding me? I fucked you without protection, and you knew prior that you had this? I was like, you can go to fucking jail for this shit. You know, you probably can, but I know you can for AIDS. Like, if you know you have AIDS and you're fucking people without condoms and shit, you can go to jail for attempted murder. You know what I mean? Now, like, they made laws. But I thought, you know, I didn't know what HPV was. I thought it was like some big bad thing that, you know, whatever. That's what I said to her. And she's like, it's a girl fucking problem. It's not a guy problem. Guys, the worst case of carriers. Girls get cervical cancer from it. It's nothing to fucking worry about. Stop it. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll talk to you later. And then I told my mom, I was like, yo, mom, I think my career's over. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, my fucking career is over. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, my sexual career is over. She's like, what are you talking about? Why? I was like, yo, and I told her about the conversation with Katie. Yeah, she told me she had HPV. I was like, she goes, she told you that, which means she knows she has it, which means she's seen a doctor and obviously getting meds. So I wouldn't worry fucking about it. And she's like, and she said the same thing too. That's a girl fucking problem, you know? So I was like, all right, no doubt. Because I'm the type of guy, I don't lie about nothing. When it comes to sex, I'm not a greaseball. If I had that now even, I would say, I wouldn't say, hey, my name is John. I got, you know, like after we got close, you know, we can kiss, we can do whatever. But if we were going to get to that part, I'd say, yo, I got to tell you something. And I would explain my history and why I don't think it would be the smartest idea to do it. You know, a lot of people be like, yo, fuck it. I'm going to hit it even though I got gonorrhea with no condom. You know, I ain't that type of guy, man. So that's why I thought my career was over. Because I was going to tell every girl, you know. But nothing happened. Nothing happened to me. So I was like, fuck it. I left it alone. And then she called me again, tell me she was pregnant. And that made me fucking pissed because she was trying to like say, I got her pregnant by coming into that thing. She's like, oh, really? So who's the daddy? And then she named a different guy. So I was like, all right, that's what's up. I got her phone. I didn't talk to her ever again. And, you know, while that was like 2007 or something, I think it was 2007 or 6 or something like that. Something like that. And I was dating girls after that, you know, having sex. And then before I got locked up in 2009, I had a girlfriend who didn't have nothing wrong with her. You know what I mean? She didn't really even fuck. You know, she was a younger girl. She was a lot younger than me, you know. And, you know, because the mother and the sister who was 19 thought she was older than me by 3 months. Because her birthday's January, my birthday is April. I was like, okay, fine. You know what I mean? Okay. You know, you're older than me. Meanwhile, I'm older than you dumb bitch. You know what I mean? Like, even the mom thought I was, you know, because, like, I looked like a baby back then. But, whatever. And, I got caught for the robberies, for burglaries and shit like that, for the houses. And the cops told the mother that I was shooting like 20 bags of heroin a day. with a needle. And the mom fucking got pissed. And then she found out that I was letting my girl have like cunt heads, like literally match heads at the most worth, because she wouldn't stop bothering me, and I don't like to put anybody on, so wouldn't give her anything more than that. That'd be all she needed, but never like that way. But the mother made her get tested for everything on the son, because she's like, you're fucking a guy who's using a needle. I want you tested for everything under the sun, because I want to make sure you don't have no fucking diseases or anything, because who knows what this guy has. That's what the mother's thinking. And she came up clean for everything but HPV. And she told me that on the jail phone, and of course I got her pregnant, and she got the abortion because I was looking at 9 years at that time. So, that sucked. I wanted that kid. But she's like, I got HPV now. She's like, I had to have gotten it from you. It had to be from you. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, oh, man. I have to have it, or at least be a carrier if I gave her HPV. So after that phone call, I don't know if it's a mental thing, but after that phone call, on my dick, like where the pubic area is, and there's your shaft, like right at the borderline, and a little bit on the pubic area. I don't really keep pubes. I keep like a 5 o'clock shadow down there, and then I big shave under, and I do my shit right, And this one girl might be watching this shit. She said she knew me because she said I used to make a shadow pointing to my dick. I mean, an arrow pointing to my dick, and like I only did that for like 2 weeks, and I was with a girl that I just didn't remember who. That must have been the girl, but whatever. So after she gave me that phone call, that was years ago that I fucked that one girl, but I got that phone call, and then boom, 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 a bunch of shit started showing up, and I started bugging the fuck out, like, yo, what the fuck is that? It was like little pimples or something, like, wasn't warts or that, what, wasn't grapefruit pieces. Like, I seen some nasty pictures from like the nurses or the sex ladies in the jail. Does your shit look like this? And it looks like an alien baby's forehead. Like, no, man. I look like, you know what a pimple is? I look like I got a bunch of pimples. That's it. It's not gross. It's just pimples in the wrong spot. Pimples should be up here. And she's like, all right, yeah, it does sound like HPV. Like, yeah, you got obviously the strain that for the male you'll show. So I had to see a doctor, and the doctor said that's an elective thing. You have to wait to go upstate. So I went upstate to deal with it, and he gave me battery acid. Basically, it wasn't battery acid, but battery acid basically, because like I put it on, and it would like it would be so hot, it would hurt a little bit, but it would dry it out and it would fall right off. Like maybe in the shower or when I was sleeping, it would fall out onto my drawers and then on the floor. It would just go away. But I'd get it on the Medline, and my boy Kenny, I made the video about him. He's the one I got the second highest views. I got, I think, 3,600 views or almost 4,000 views just on his video. The Spanish guy, the Polish guy who became Spanish in prison. That's my man. Kenny, that's my man. I hope you reach out to me if you see any of these videos, man. Because we need to find Kenny, but whatever. And he used to take psych meds, and I took psych meds. It was this same shit, Wellbutrin. I would take 400 milligrams at night. The night meds, the long meds. That's when the mooks would take their hormone pills to make them more feminine. But they could take that, but I want to be more masculine. I can't take shots of steroids. I want equal fucking rights. Not special rights to anybody. Equal. If they can get hormones, I can get hormones. Male hormones. You know what I mean? Like, fucked up. But whatever. But Kenny and me and him used to fuck with each other, like, bad. I'm not going to even repeat half the shit we did to each other. Some of the shit is like, you shouldn't be doing in prison. That's not, it was funny to us, but, to tell it, it's not funny. So, but, he would be on, I'd be online, I'd get my cream, and I'd have to go in the bathroom, put it on, because I can't put the cream on right online when in front of everybody. And I'd have to get the seal to unlock it. So I'd be like, yo, officer, can you unlock the bathroom, please? I gotta put my meds on. And then Kenny would be like, yo, John, where are you putting that cream if you need to go in the bathroom to put it on? Every fucking time, you know what I mean? Like, I see the humor in it, but like after a while, I mean, I cleared a lot from it. After a while, I said, yo, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this kid. You know, he was my man, so I didn't say, yo, stop saying it. You know, like, we violated each other, like, in a fun way. So, like, he had me. So I eventually said, yo, I ain't taking that shit no more. Fuck that shit, you know? Because I didn't want to deal with being played every time. Yo, John, what are you going to the bathroom and putting that cream on? Where is it? What spot of your body are you putting it on that you need to be in the bathroom? You know, your arm, you don't need to be in the bathroom. You know, he was doing shit like that. So I stopped taking it. But then I became close to being a part of when I first went home for only a few months in 2012. And then I did the rest in prison again. The rest. I was almost going home and I wanted that shit gone because I wanted to do what I do. And I went back to the doctor and said, yo, it's still here and I'm about to go home. I want this gone. So he shot me and, you know, injected me in my skin, which I think was a numbing agent, I think. And then he took a scalpel and he cut a bunch of them off. And then he had a Q-tip, a long one with a silver nitrate on it. And he touched the holes. I guess that made sure it didn't get infected or bleed. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a fucking scientist or anything like that. But it was silver nitrate. And he got almost all of it gone. And he's like, your body will clear the rest of it now. You know, and my body did. He's like, once you clear yourself, once you're clear of it, you don't have it no more. It's not like herpes, I think that's the word. Like herpes. You have it for life. Even if you're not showing it, you still got herpes. You know what I mean? It's just not flared up at the moment. It's not the same with HPV. When your body clears it, it's cleared. It's gone until you get it again. You know what I mean? So you know, and when my body cleared it, my body cleared the rest of it. You know, so I went home. I didn't have nothing, but I did get burnt once. And I did get burnt by that girl. And that's what I get. You know, like I am 40 years old and I never in my life bought a condom. Never. Only the prostitutes put them on me. Yeah, I fucking gambled really fucking carelessly and fucked some people I shouldn't have fucked. I fucked this girl, Michelle, that I fell in love with at the time. You know, pussy was that good. I fell in love with her. And she was a back page whore. But I fucked her in rehab, in a co-ed rehab. Because I don't have problems with girls. You know what I mean? Like, when we're places, like, plus I was the best looking motherfucker by far in the Quanticut, inpatient in the hospital. Like, everybody didn't have no good clothes. They were bummy. They were older. They were alcohol. You know, they were fucked up. And then I'm coming in wearing all fucking good shit, looking good. You know what I mean? Like, all the girls were all over me. And I ain't kidding. The girls were all over me. And I picked the one girl that I wanted. And I was like, yo, she looks just like the Tony Montana's sister on Scarface, but just a hotter version by far. And I told her that, and she said, yo, you're not the first person to tell me that. I hear that all the time. And then, you know, I eventually got with her, you know what I mean? Like, she wound up being where I call her, she's mine, you know, like, not property, but like, she's mine. I almost fought this fucking vet, you know, this kid, he was younger than me by like a year or two, because I didn't like what he was trying to do. He was fucking around with this one other girl that also liked me too. She would come in my room and fold my laundry clothes for me that was already folded in my drawer. Like my underwear, but I don't wear underwear, like boxers, briefs, boxers and shit. Like, yeah. And she was like, I'll do it for free. I don't care. You know, like, okay, you just want to, I'm doing push-ups. You just want to see me like, you know, flexing around you. But all right. You know, so I guess that pissed him off. And he would tell the girl the girl Michelle, that I said certain things and starting fights, and then I threatened, and he was my roommate. Like, he lived in the same room. I threatened him too. I said, I kept calling him, yo, that motherfucker right there is a straight pussy. If you ain't a pussy, you'll come up to me right now and you'll fucking fight me. And he just kept ignoring me, being a bigger man, you know. And then I told the staff, I was like, yo, get me or him out of that fucking room. I was like, I'm not living with him. That's it. We got to live together. There's going to be a fucking fight. I'm telling you right now. And I'm here for parole. And I need to finish this. So I'm making a small tent. I'm telling you right now, I will be the fucking person. I will put my hands on somebody if they're not out of my room. So I got them out of my room, and then roommate. You know what I mean? They put them with another vet down the hall. And, you know, so that was that. And that's how, you know, you should wear a condom. I wear a condom all the time now. I mean, I don't have nothing. I've been in prison for all these years and in the hospital. They test you for everything. I don't have nothing. I am clean as a whistle. You know what I mean? So I can do whatever the fuck I want. But I wanted to tell you the story, you know, because I was talking to Son. I told him I'd give him that shout out. You know what I mean? So fucking Stizzy Stacks, you know, you already know what's good, and I appreciate your activity. Anybody makes comments, man, I like that. I sometimes I have to go to YouTube Studio and go to comments and go to health. I don't go to YouTube Studio that much. It's always YouTube, but I have to go to YouTube Studio to do that. So that's when I find the old comments that I didn't even approve, because sometimes they get put up in there, and I gotta approve them. I approve them all first, then I answer them all, and I'm like, oh, holy shit, some of those are old. So if you don't see your comment, it's because it's up there, and I'll answer it once I get, like, I remind myself. One time I go to YouTube Studios when I have to do it on a computer, to where I put like those things that run on the top where you can check out my other videos, and then it has an ending screen where it has a picture of me and a video recommends of mine. That's what it thinks it's good for you. But that's it. That's the story of how I never ever bought a condom, and I will from now on. I mean, if I'm not buying them, I'll at least have them, and you know, and how I got burnt, you know. This beautiful, beautiful fucking motherfucker. This absolutely gorgeous motherfucker got burned. You know what I mean? And his career was almost over because of it. But yo, like I'm gonna close the video right now. This is the closing. Don't forget to hit the like button, because I want to be thrown on some random people's fucking search engines where they can be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? The stories he tells. He's a little fucking out there, and they might like it, or get their friends say, yo, check this weirdo out, you know, or, you know, hit like. Even if you don't like it, hit like. If you don't like it, you know, there's a button for that. Hit the not like. I don't care, but hit like. Hit the fucking like button. Look out for a motherfucker. None of my videos have a ton of likes, you know what I mean? So that's why my videos don't really go around to the other people. It's just that I got the same group. That's why I was making the other videos to get the other types, you know, the game videos, the shadow, you know, stuff from computer shadow, you know, the other stuff, stimulus stuff, to get different types of people. Like when they search, maybe they'll eventually see me, because like I need those likes. But what I need more than what I need likes is I need a girl. So I've even just started yesterday doing that thing on Facebook dating or whatever, and there was a bunch of people that liked me, and I like didn't really like them, and I liked one girl that liked me. She was pretty good looking. So if you're seeing this, fuck, you know, now you know I think you're good looking. But you know, I told her, you know, I broke the ice. And I said the first thing is like honesty and, you know, being trustful, you know what I mean? Like truthful, I mean. I said, so I'll tell you, you know, right off the bat, you know what I mean? If this scares you away, that means you weren't meant for me. But if you're open-minded and you can respect the fact that I was an open book and truthful to you right off the rip, you know, maybe you'll respect me, like me more. And I told her, you know, I did 10 years in prison. I told her this happened to me, and told her, you know, shit like that. But I told her, yo, I'm a good guy. I'm a sociable guy now. Now I like to socialize. I talk a lot. You know what I mean? I get yelled at all the time. Like, shut the fuck up. Even when I text, sometimes I text long-ass paragraphs. Like, I like to talk. But I stay home every fucking day because I try to stay away from drugs. You know, people that do drugs or crime. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go back to prison, so I'm not going to be around someone that might have had a felony when they were 19 and they're 40, and they're going to violate me because I'm around a person who had a felony. Because you don't hang out with someone and say, hey, what you doing? My name is John. You got a felony? You on parole? Like, you got charged? Like, you just meet and you just hang out. You ain't even thinking about that. I ain't thinking about that. You know what I mean? Like, but I got to think about that. So I stay home. other than my doctor appointments, and you know, I'm trying to set myself up for the Facebook people that are watching this. You see what I got going on, you know. I'm hustling. I'm a hustler, baby. But any of you girls, this one's hanging out a little more. I got a whole bunch of these. I got these, and I recently got my nose pierced, my right ear, because I had it already in my left ear. But any of you girls, honestly, I'm just looking for a friend. You know what I mean? With no pressure, just a friend. You know what I mean? We'll break it up, we'll chop it up. You know what I mean? We'll bullshit, we'll hang out. Be on me. You know, I'm not broke. Definitely, you guys know I'm not broke, right? So I won't even talk about that, push that issue. We'll go out, we'll have fun. You know what I mean? Like, we'll hang out. There's no pressure. You don't have to sleep with me or kiss me on this day. It's just, we're being friends. I'll let you make the move, you know? But I think my people's at home, so I'm going to end this video now. So I hope you have a good day. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got a good laugh on my expense. Bye.